Drivers have been called to start strapping in the Great American Stock cars. We appreciate each and every one of you here tonight for waiting on that intermission, doing something special for the kiddos tonight. So that's what it's about. So getting ready and set for the main event here tonight at Salem Speedway. So once we get them all strapped in, we'll give you the starting lineup for tonight's Street Stock Challenge, Great American Stock and CRA. Everyone watching tonight at SalemSpeedway.tv, Racing America Track TV, we appreciate your cooperation and patience with us as well as the ride-along goes on. We're glad each and every one of you has stuck with us tonight. Going to be a great main event, 75 laps around the over half bank. Half mile here, 33-degree banking, opened in 1947, 78th year in competition. Want to thank Fisher's Towing and Recovery for bringing the ride along, something the kiddos will remember for a long time, and that's what it's about. Keeping the sport of auto racing alive, and that's what we're doing.
Okay, fans, we are continuing to grow our YouTube channel, and we appreciate each and every one of you for following and watching and commenting on our show. And we can't do it without these drivers. So we're trying something new. We grabbed a camera and a microphone, and we went down into pit lane earlier today, and we grabbed as many interviews as we could from these incredible drivers. Check out their stories. We're going to mash them all up for you here right before we get to racing. We love to hear your feedback, and we love to hear from these drivers. We can't do it without them. So check this out, and we'll get right to the racing action.
All right, race fans, we're back down here on pit road, and we have the driver of the 81 car. Tell us your name.
Paul Hartlich.
Now, Paul, we're hearing that this is your second ever street stock race. Is that right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Well, how do you feel about that?
I'm a little nervous today. It's a real interesting field to be up against, so I'm looking forward to it.
There is a lot of talent in this field. Tell us, is Salem your first race as well? Did you race your first race here at Salem, or what racetrack was your first race?
Oh, it was here at Salem.
Okay, so now the second time you've got a little bit more experience under your belt. Where do you think you're going to stack up in qualifying?
Probably somewhere on the tail, but you know, we're working on it.
Hey, it's 700 to start. Anybody else that you'd like to say thank you to before we let you go?
I'd like to give a thanks to M&R Heating and Air, Connor Race Products, Infamous Weapons, and Adrenaline Graphics.
Excellent. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Thanks for joining us here at round 2 of the King of the High Banks Challenge at Salem Speedway.
Thank you.
With Brett Hudson powering the 00, running in both series today, two of the three series today. He's going to be running Midwest Modifieds and the CRA Street Stocks. So, Brett, tell us, you were at the first round at Bristol Motor Speedway. How'd it go for you there?
We went pretty good in practice. That's my first time driving the modified. Ended up 8th out of 62 cars, the first time ever driving it, so we was pretty happy with that. Made a couple adjustments for qualifying, messed that up. Had a bad, qualified 14th, but we made the race. It was the main goal to get there, to make the race. We did that, and the race went fairly well. Got going there towards the end, and was running some of the fastest laps on the track. Finished 8th, so we were happy with that. But what we showed in practice, we was a little bit disappointing because our qualifying kind of ruined the chances of being able to run up front. And then the street stock, we was running good. Qualified 2nd. Got up to 4th pretty quick, and then ball joint about broke, and it messed the toe end up, and a plug wire fell off. But we still finished 4th, so we'll take it for what it was.
Nice, that's excellent work, and that's racing. You never know what's going to happen. What do you think about your chances here today at Salem Speedway?
I mean, I'm pretty confident in both. Yesterday in the mod, me and Chucky were pretty good compared to the field, but he got me every time. I was second every time, so I think it'll be a pretty good race between me and him. But there's a lot of good guys that we don't. This is both of our second races in the mod, so there's a lot of good guys over there. I'm sure they'll figure it out, and probably going to be hard to pass. The street stock race, man, there's probably 15 cars that can win. So 75 laps will be pretty tough, be hard racing, and probably going to be a lot of track position. So qualifying's going to matter, your invert's going to matter, but I feel confident in both of them.
Well, that's awesome. We're glad to see you out here, and we're glad to see more drivers trying out more series and different cars. So tell us, who would you like to thank on this 00?
First off, my mom and dad for letting me do all this. Hudson Machine Shop, Spec Racing Engines, Kelly Trucking, Embry Maintenance and Repair, D&J Auto Parts, Fisher's Key Stop and Towing, and all my crew and family that come watch.
Well, that's awesome, Brett. Thanks very much for taking the time to do this interview with us, and good luck. We've got Tyler Nicely in the 5 car. Is it the 5 car?
25.
25, sorry. 5's big. I don't read small numbers. So, Tyler, tell us, how did you go at Bristol? The first race of this King of the High Banks Challenge. Bristol was that first race. How'd it go for you there?
Actually, we ran, I think, 10th. It was actually my first ever race in the asphalt street stocks. So, wasn't bad. Just been dabbling with this, trying to get more comfortable in it. You know, I'm from the dirt racing world. Race UMP Modifieds, won the national title last year for the UMP Modifieds. So this is a totally different deal for me. So this is, I think, my 5th race. So excited to get going.
That's awesome. Well, that's great. We're glad to see. Now you're back here for round 2. What do you think of Salem Speedway? How does that compare to the Bristol Motor Speedway?
I mean, I think Salem's more intimidating than Bristol, really. You know, I came up here with Brett for years watching, and I always wanted to do it, and finally, you know, all our ducks got in a row, and we were able to get a car, purchased it from Brett last year at the end of the year, and just got geared up to just have some fun this year.
Awesome, and it's great to see drivers moving different series, trying out different cars. Were you here yesterday for practice?
Yeah, we came up and practiced yesterday and just tried to get me more comfortable in it and get ready for today.
Nice. Well, who would you like to thank on this 25 car?
Kelly Trucking, Lucas Oil Center, Diggers Rent a Fence, D&J Auto Parts and Sales, Mullins Race Engines, Hudson Machine Shop, and my parents, and just all my crew that make this possible.
Tyler, thanks so much for taking the time to interview us, and good luck in the race today. And we have Heath Helton with us, Sweet 16. Heath, tell us, you were at the first round at Bristol Motor Speedway, the first round of the King of the High Banks Challenge. How did it go for you and the team there?
It was with a different car, of course, but we were fastest in practice, which was a big surprise. Never been there before, and was able to get a top 5 in the race.
Top 5 in the race, that's awesome. A lot of cars were racing there, so you had a lot of competition. Now you move to the legendary High Banks of Salem Speedway. How many times you've raced here? What's your history with this track?
I've been running here like 7 years or so. Won track championship last year, so that was nice. Got a few wins, so it's I love racing there. That's why I do it, just for this place.
Oh, that's awesome. We feel a couple of raindrops coming down now. We hope that's going to pass us for the race day. Once we get into things, we really want to see these raindrops stay away. Tell us, who on the car would you like to thank?
Really all my crew. More than anything, our Lord Jesus Christ. Without him, none of this is possible. The opportunities I've been given has been great. H&R Agri Power. This isn't my normal car. It got wrecked last race, so it's getting fixed. But this car don't have everybody on it. Fisher's Key Stop, Towing, Roar Fabrication, Kickstand Fab, Auto Truck and Trailer, Bush Hog, H&R Agri Power again. Just I love to be able to do it. It's awesome.
Well, we love you being out here, and speaking for Salem Speedway, we really appreciate it. Last year's track champion here at Salem Speedway, Heath Helton, and going to be going for it today in round 2 of the King of the High Banks Challenge. Thanks very much, Heath.
Thank you.
Playing with Craig Luther in the number 48, and Craig is a regular here at Salem Speedway. Craig, tell us, how's the season going for you so far?
It's going pretty good. This is the second race of the season. It's a brand new chassis. Tony Johnson, our good friend Tony Johnson, built this chassis, and we're still kind of ironing some things out. But once we get on it, I think it's going to be a good car.
How long have you been racing down here at Salem?
This is my 4th year, so we've had some good luck. We haven't won yet, but we've set fast time a couple times and some second place finishes.
Nice. Were you out here yesterday for practice?
Yes, yeah, we were 6th fastest overall. So.
6th fastest. All right, that's going to be up there.
Hopefully, we'll be a little bit better today.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. Who on the car would you like to say thanks to?
One of my major sponsors is Badger Infrastructure. They're a big hydrovac service up north. They're out of Canada. They got a big corporate place up in Indianapolis. Bluegrass Spices and Blends. NTC Traffic Control. Quality Tool and Supply. Tony Johnson Race Cars. McCoy Forestry and Equipment. And got Kingsbury Concrete and Construction.
That's awesome. And Tandem, if you can zoom in here. It's a really nice in memory of number 44, Robert Earl Hobart. That's awesome.
A good friend of mine, Scotty Earl Hobart, his dad passed away a couple of days ago, so we're all thinking about him this weekend, and that was his dad, Robert Earl, and he's riding with us this weekend.
That's awesome. Well, welcome out for round 2 of the King of the High Banks Challenge. It'll be round 1 for you. We wish you the best of luck.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Yes, we have Chucky Barnes in the number 44. Chucky, tell us, round 1 was at Bristol Motor Speedway. This is round 1 of the King of the High Banks Challenge. How did it go for you down there?
We had a good weekend. It was fast time, track record in the street stock, and then finished second, come up a spot short. First time in the series with the modified, qualified 4th, finished 4th. It was just kind of a 4th place car. So we've done our homework, so we're trying to come back so we can do better than 4th place this time. And then street stocks, we've been working pretty hard, and hopefully we got a shot at this one too.
Well, that's awesome, and the fans love seeing drivers jump into 2 different cars at the same racetrack. Here it is, round 2 at Salem Speedway, the legendary High Banks. What do you think about the differences between Bristol Motor Speedway and Salem Speedway?
For me, cutting my teeth on Salem for so long, to me they're very similar. Difficult and high speed, but coming here, as an outsider looking, it's a lot rougher, not near as much grip. You run up against the wall at one corner, run in the middle, and you kind of slide around a lot more than you do at Bristol. So I'd say it is more challenging, and that's what makes Salem Salem. It's very unique and prestigious and known for being rough and aggressive and hard on equipment. So, yeah.
Well, obviously good luck to you and the equipment as you make round 2 of the King of the High Banks Challenge today. Tell us, you were here for practice yesterday. How did it go for you and the team?
Yeah, I think we ended up P1 on the modified, and we were second overall in the street stock. So we're still working on them, and till the checker flag is over.
Excellent. Well, tell us, on the car, anybody you'd like to say thanks to?
The Hobart family. We lost Duckman a couple days ago, and so we're racing our hearts out today for him. And we got United Mechanical, Hall Brothers Trucking, Derby City Recycling. So a lot of guys that support our team.
We know Robert Earl will be riding along with you today, and we wish you the best of luck. We got Roger Williams, the 32W Street Stocks, CRA Street Stocks, and this is round 2 of the King of the High Banks Challenge. Bristol Motor Speedway was round 1. What are your thoughts?
Oh, that was a ball. We live going to Bristol. Hopefully, I know they called it the last lap, but I'm sure hoping that they do it again. With that many cars that showed up, I don't know why they wouldn't. I would think it would be profitable for them. But no, we did good. We ended up not qualifying so good. Had to run the B main, but got the car really good and won the B main. Started dead last. Got myself up to 18th, which they made us run the same tires that we ran in the B, or in the A, in the B and the A. So that made it a little bit rough. I could tell when they wore out, they were done. It was like, hang on. And but it was a good time. I really enjoy it. And I love the big tracks. That's what got me started in the asphalt racing. Anyways, I did dirt racing for many years, and then Frank Kimmel started his little series, and man, that was just, you enjoy Rockingham, Iowa, and places like that. That was just awesome. So
that's great. It sounds like you'll have a lot of history with a lot of these wonderful legendary tracks. Now, here we are at the legendary High Banks of Salem Speedway. Tell us, what are the differences in your mind between Bristol in round 1 of the King of the High Banks Challenge, and now here we are at Salem Speedway? What are the differences?
Well, I mean, tracks are similar in size. In a lot of ways, I think Salem's it's not as fast, but it seems faster because the track's a little rougher. The proper thing is say it has character. But, I mean, it's an old track, but it's fast. It's got two different lines and 2 different corners, which makes it interesting. You can have different strategies. Bristol seemed like everybody ran the same deal for the most part. Yeah, you can move around, don't get me wrong, but down here you run the bottom in 1 and 2 and high in 3 and 4, and if you're not making that shift, then you're going to get passed. So you got to be on the ball. So yeah, it's strategy and experience, I guess. And there's a lot of guys here like this one that's got a lot more experience than I've got, but we enjoy it.
That's awesome. Tell us about your experience out here at Salem Speedway. How long have you been running out here?
Well, I started about the same time Frank did his series. I don't know, it's been 10 years, I guess. And I'm not a regular in the fashion that I show up at all the races. But this is what I would call my home track. I'm only 2 hours away from home, but I grew up racing at Lawrenceburg in the dirt, and when we made this migration to asphalt, this kind of became the second home. And quite frankly, I really like the drivers. I like the people. We get along with everybody good. So, over time, you just get to know people. It becomes a part of life, I suppose.
Well, that's awesome. Salem Speedway is really glad to have you out here, especially with the experience and the history at the track. Tell us, before we let you go, who would you like to thank on the race car?
Well, E3 Spark Plugs is my primary sponsor. Big Squirt Power Washing, Mars Trucking, Cleveland, Ohio. They've helped us out. All great people. Williams Precision Engines, my business. I've been building engines for race cars for 35 years, and this is just a kind of a natural extension of that. I wouldn't be building racing engines if I wasn't a race addict myself. So, it's a way for me to make a living and get a little racing in.
Well, we really appreciate taking the time for the interview here. We wish you the best of luck. This is round 2, the King of the High Banks Challenge here at Salem Speedway. We're standing here with Roger Williams. Thanks again for taking the time.
Yeah, hope everybody comes out.
Best of luck to you. And we have Jeff Stith with us. And Jeff was at round 1 of the King of the High Banks Challenge in Bristol Motor Speedway earlier this year. Jeff, how'd it go for you down there?
Well, it started out kind of rough. We had an oil leak real bad in the practice, and we only got like 3 laps of practice. And so we spent the whole practice fixing that and got to qualify and ended up qualifying 15th and ran 10th in the race. So it turned out pretty good.
So here we are, round 2 in the legendary high banks of Salem Speedway. Tell us, what do you think the difference is between these two tracks?
Well, Bristol's a lot smoother. This one's getting smoother, but Bristol's the same on both ends practically, and this one's totally different.
Different every lap, right?
Actually, after running Bristol, I kind of felt like it's easier than this place. So.
Nice. So what's your history here at Salem? How long have you been running street stocks here?
Well, I ran Sportsman here in the 90s. Then I run late model in 03, second in the points. And then I run dirt for 12 years and built a couple of these for some customers and built myself one. So this is kind of where I'm at.
Oh, that's awesome. Salem Speedway really appreciates you and the experience, and that you keep coming back and racing here every year. Tell us, the number 94 car, who would you like to say thanks to on the side of the car?
Paint Management Consultants to start with. He's been helping me for several years. I've built him a car. He races himself, Dr. J, Dr. Berg, and Jack Coronet Racing Engines helped me with this motor here. And that's about it, all my crew.
Well, Jeff, we really appreciate you taking the time for this interview. We wish you the best of luck today. It's round 2 of the King of the High Banks Challenge, and we're here at the legendary High Banks of Salem Speedway. Best of luck to you and your team. Fans, back down here in pit lane again, and now we have Marcus Elliott and then 00. And Marcus, now you were at round 1 of the King of High Banks Challenge at Bristol Motor Speedway. Tell us how that go for you and the team.
Yeah, I was. It was a bit of a struggle. We made some many adjustments through practice, of course, and come qualifying time, we had made a gear change and we went the wrong direction and missed the A main by 2 positions, I believe it was. So we had to run the B main and led a good portion of it and restarted outside pole late in the race and had a right rear tire go down with like 2 or 3 laps to go. So we were in position to transfer to the A, but we just fell a little short with some bad luck.
That's racing for you for sure. Now here we are. Round 2, legendary high banks of Salem Speedway. Tell us, what do you think the differences are between Salem and Bristol?
Bristol's like riding down the highway. Salem's like running down a dirt road in the country. It's pretty much sums it up. Bristol's an amazing facility. The concrete's just so smooth, and this place has a lot of character. Let's just say that.
That's awesome. We like character. We like backcountry roads. And so, what's your history here at Salem? How long have you been racing here?
First race I ever ran here was in 15. I've not ever competed full-time here, so hit and miss, maybe 2 or 3 races a year, if that. I was a full-time competitor at the local Sportsdrome Speedway down south. Raced there for about 20 years, have multiple track championships there and stuff. So more of a quarter-mile guy, trying to learn the bigger tracks, and we're learning and getting better each time here. So. We've had some bad luck this year, but just hoping to get that monkey off our back this weekend and have a good showing.
Yeah, absolutely. And on behalf of Salem Speedway, we really do appreciate you coming out here and racing on these legendary high banks. On the 00, who would you like to say thanks to?
First and foremost, the car owner, Randy Halsey. This car actually is owned out of Tennessee, so they let me keep it at my shop up here in Indiana. I live in Henryville, so somewhat local guy. One of the bigger sponsors, Dixon Plumbing, Nick's Powder Keg, Parsons Insurance, Pocat Partners, Vintage Printing, Birch Performance Engines, Doug Durham Photography, Taylor Custom Concrete, Steve Potts Construction, Perry Smoke and Pig, CJ's Trailer Camper Repair, Made by Mosley, Sleeping Bear Lodge. I think that pretty well sums it up. We got Gateway Tire of Franklin, Tennessee also. We got a lot of good help, and it's much appreciated, allowing me to have fun and do what I love to do.
That's right. Racing takes a team, and we really appreciate you listening to all those folks. And we have viewers from all over the country, all over the world, actually. They watch us on YouTube, they watch us on Facebook, and they watch us at SalemSpeedway.tv. Now, Marcus, we really appreciate you taking the time to interview us with us here today, and we wish you the best of luck. And we have Brian Bear with the number 99. And Brian, round one of the King of the High Banks Challenge was at Bristol Motor Speedway. Of course, you were there. How'd it go for you and the team?
We had a pretty good day. I mean, we went down there. To be honest, I was nervous. There was some great cars down there, and you knew you had to race your way in the field. So I think we qualified fourth, ended up racing ninth. It was overall a good day for us.
That's excellent. Now here we are, round two on the legendary high banks of Salem Speedway. What do you think about this track? How's it different for you and the team than it is at Bristol?
This place is completely different. Bristol's smooth, fast, a lot of grip. This place ain't got no grip. Even the fresh pave, it's pretty greasy out here with these cars sliding around with these 8-inch tires and stuff. So. It's a tricky place. It'll bite you if you ain't watching it.
Nice. Fans love watching stuff that'll bite you. That's what makes a great show. Were you at practice yesterday?
Yeah, we had a real good practice day. We ran all 3 practice days. We thrown stuff at it, trying to pick stuff up. But there again, you're out there on old tires, trying to fight stuff. So, but yeah, we're pretty happy. We're pretty excited for today.
Awesome. What's your history here at Salem Speedway? How long have you been racing down here?
I think this is my 21st year, maybe. Been here a long time. Been a lot of luck. We've had 4 championships, track record several times. It's place been nice to me. It's been mean to me too, though. It tears some stuff up.
That's right. Racing always seems to tear something up, and especially when you don't expect it. But Salem Speedway, on behalf of Salem Speedway, we really appreciate you and the commitment you and the team make to racing here. Tell us on the car, anybody you'd like to say thanks to?
Oh yeah, we got all kinds of sponsors. Without sponsors, we wouldn't be here. So I got to kind of look a little bit. But Brad's Brass Flamingo, Nikon Farm, Schott Electric, Ironhead, Diesel Boys, Clem Signs. King's Home Furniture, Ernie's Welding Shop, Dubois County Block and Brick, Right Way Diesel, Catering by Myers, Tri-State Live Haul, Kelly's. There's 4 or 5 more. I ain't got on top of my head right now. Without all them guys, we cannot do what we do. So it's great. Sponsors are great. Without them, we're not here.
That's right. And racing takes a team, and we appreciate it. Again, Salem really does appreciate everybody coming down here and making a good show. Round 2 of the King of the High Banks Challenge about to kick off. Good luck to Brian Bear and the number 99.
All right. Thanks for everything, guys.
Once again, we want to thank, of course, United Mechanical, being the event title with sponsors, of course, for the King of the High Banks. Don't forget, Labor Day Monday, that will be the grand finale at the Winchester Speedway of the King of the High Banks. That is one you have to mark your calendars for between the CRA Street Stocks, Modifieds, and Vors Compact Touring Series. Monday in September 2nd for Labor Day, it's going to be the finals in the King of the High Banks. Believe it or not, sister track of Salem Speedway, Winchester Speedway, 2 tracks that are very unforgiving, that's for sure. Coming up next will be June 22nd. The biggest machines to take on the high banks, the semis, return to Salem Speedway on June the 22nd, presented by TLG, the Larson Group, Peterbilt of Louisville. The semis return to Salem Speedway on June the 22nd. Once again, new track record in the street stocks earlier on today. Brett Hudson did crash the street stock record here at Salem Speedway. 19.280, I believe, was the time of record, and that will be the new record books for the Great American Stock Series here in a blazing fast 00, the Owensboro, Kentucky native. Dave Baines already one winner in 2024. This is the first night under the lights for the Great American Stock Cars. Always a beautiful sight here at Salem Speedway as the beautiful Eddie Gilstrap Motors Pace vehicle makes its way out on the racing surface as we make one final track check. And race fans, your starting lineup for tonight's 75-lap main event for the CRA Street Stocks and Great American Stock Cars, brought to you by Diesel Boys LLC, presented by United Mechanical. Scheduled to start 31st, going to be the ASB LLC number 24 from Floyd's Knobs, Indiana, Scott Wisman. Rolling off 30th in the DRP Racing Machine Chevrolet, the number 17 of David Powell. Rolling off 29th tonight, the J&J Pilots, of course, involved in that collision during race 1 that took him out in practice from Barchtown, Kentucky, Mike Sharp, number 4. Scheduled to roll off 28th tonight in the McLaren Motorsports KES Electric Sheridan Group from Louisville, Kentucky, the 06 of John McLaren. Rolling off 27th tonight from St. Paul, Indiana, in the E3 Spark Plugs Creative Finishing, Big Squirt Power Washing Williams Precision Engines, and the 32W, Mr. Roger Williams, rolls off 27th. Your 26th starter comes in tonight, 3rd in the CRA point standings. The Benson Valley Bourbon Crazy Time Pub and Grub, PMF Landscape Supply from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, the number 97 of James Swan. Rolling off 25th tonight, the MR Heating and Air Adrenaline Graphics Infamous Weapons Connor Race Products, number 181 from Brandenburg, Kentucky, Paul Hartledge in the 181. Rolling off 24th tonight in the Dixon Plumbing CJ's Trailer and Camper Repair Potts Construction, the 00 from Henryville, Indiana, Marcus Elliott. Rolling off 23rd tonight in the LRC Roofing and Remodeling AGL Property Stewart Automotive Elevated Barber Company from Palmyra, Indiana, the Flying Turtle, Justin Purtle, the Flying Turtle in the number 77. Rolling off 22nd tonight in the Beacon Credit Union Slapjacks Diesel Boys LLC Chevrolet from Louisville, Kentucky, it will be Alex Ware in the number 38. Rolling off 21st in the Carl Cleans Auto Service, McGill Restoration Peters Auto Service from Indianapolis, Indiana, in the 84 Chevrolet, Andrew Teepee in that 21st spot. Rolling off 20th tonight in the Paradise Lawn Care, number 73 from Knightstown, Indiana, Kobe Lane. Rolling off 19th, the H&R AgriPower Bush Hog Fisher's Towing Miles Racing Fuel, your 2023 Great American Stock Champion, the number 16 of Heath Helton. Rolling off 18th tonight in the Badger Date Lighting, Kingsbury Concrete and Trucking, Stivers Heating and Air from Mount Washington, Kentucky, in the number 48 Chevrolet, Craig Luther in the 18th starting spot. Rolling off 17th in the Sheridan Electric, KES Electric Property Scope from Shepherdsville, Kentucky, the number 31 of Wayne Edwards. Rolling off 16th in the Line X of Charlestown, Owen Racing SS Fabrication General Truck Body from Louisville, Kentucky, the number 18 Chevrolet of Cody Hobart. Starting 15th tonight in the J&A Auto Felkner Racing Engines, the Locker Room Pub Hunter Station Pizza from Scottsburg, Indiana. Starting 15th, the number 98 of Jeff Caudell. Rolling off 14th in the DHP Jim Johnson Automotive, the Lawn Barber from Bowling Green, Kentucky, Blaine Aiken in the number 5 machine. Starting 13th in the St. Anthony Tire and Auto Center, Seafried Lawn Care and Excavating, Shot Electric from St. Anthony, Indiana, the number 23 Chevrolet, Trent Bear. Rolling off 12th tonight, the MR Heating and Air Pro Tent Amsoil Holy Smokes Barbecue, a Locker Room Pub Chevrolet, the number 12 of Kyle Hadley. Starting 11th in the Brad's Brass Flamingo, Shot Electric Diesel Boys, Newcomb Farms Chevrolet, the number 99 from Birdseye, Indiana, the Birdseye Bullet, Brian Bear. And your top 10 as they roll out to the Speedway in the Bombs Racing Supply, MR Heating and Air, El Tarasco Mexican Restaurant in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, Ernst Landscaping from Shepherdsville, Kentucky, the number 74 of Austin Baum. Starting 9th in the Gilbert and Mitchell Hall Brother Truck Leasing Barnes Auto Service Veteran of the Sport from Louisville, Kentucky, it'll be Chuck Barnes Sr. Rolling off 8th tonight in the Paradise Lawn and Landscaping Two Blonde Salon, Massanucane Warehousing, your defending 2023 CRA Street Stock champion, modified competitor, outlaw figure 8 competitor from Greenfield, Indiana, the number 20 of Dalton Connor. Rolling off 7th tonight in the Hudson Machine Shop, D&J Auto Parts, Kelly Trucking, Fisher's Towing, doing double duty. He is your new track record holder. Please welcome the Owensboro, Kentucky Chevrolet of Brett Hudson. Rolling off 6th tonight, the United Mechanical All-Star Truck Repair Derby City Recycling 44 Chevrolet from Louisville, Kentucky, Chuck Barnes Jr. And now your top 5. Last time out winner, Shane Wilson Lawn Care, MR Heating and Air Rub and Buttons Barbecue. Picked up the first win in 2024 from Borden, Indiana, the number 32 of Dave Baines. Rolling 4th tonight, the Kelly Trucking, D&J Auto Parts and Sale Lucas Oil Center Hudson Machine Shop. He is the number 25 of Tyler Nicely. Rolling off 3rd tonight in the Hilltop Drive-In, doing also double duty, the veteran of the sport from Knightstown, Indiana, the number 21 of Jeff Lane. Starting 2nd tonight, the Red Ball and Recycling, Green Tree Real Estate, TNC Construction, Richie's Auto Body, the number 19 of Connor Popplewell. And your pole sitter tonight in the Pain Management Consultant Stith Motorsports Chevrolet, the number 94 of Louisville, Kentucky's Jeff Stith. These are your 31 competitors, race fan, here in the Street Stock CRA Challenge. All kinds of storylines coming into tonight. Beautiful, beautiful set of cars out there. This is the first time the Great American Stock CRA have raced under the lights here in 2024 at Salem Speedway as they pass the Donnie Mingus restart zone. That is the start and stop restart zone. You can see the painted yellow wall up in turns number 4. That is the start zone for tonight's Great American Stock and CRA Street Stocks. Final check of the Speedway here. Race fans, 31 drivers have commenced here tonight. They are the greatest street stock drivers in the nation. Get on your feet. Wish these drivers Godspeed for the next 75 laps in the CRA and Great American Stock. These are the baddest street stocks in the nation. Lights are out on the Eddie Gilstrap Motors Pace vehicle, and you know what that means. The next time, 30 drivers going to roar to life here at Salem Speedway as the number 24 of Scott Wisman was not able to make the call. 2 by 2. This is what we've been waiting for. You'll see the Eddie Gilstrap Motors Pace vehicle pick up speed halfway down the back straightaway. Jeff Stith and Connor Popplewell on the front row, set to bring us to the green flag. Pace truck makes the hard left-hand turn into PNC Pit Road. Cars start to bunch up, getting ready to roar to life here. 33-degree banking over half mile. Here we go, we're underway. Everyone getting through turns 1 and 2. Everyone bunches up 3 wide down the back straightaway towards the middle. Here comes the bird's eye bullet, Brian Bear to the inside. As everyone now 3 wide, as now lap number 1 going to be led by Jeff Stith coming out of turn number 4. Connor Popplewell over the bumper. Everyone gets through. Here comes Connor Popplewell. Connor Popplewell's going to go to the number 1 spot momentarily. Up the track just a little bit now. It's going to be Connor Popplewell, your new leader. .73 laps to go. Connor Popplewell now on pop. Here comes Chuck Barnes Jr. Chuck Barnes Jr. now runs to the number 2 spot as they go down to turns number 3 and 4. Jeff Lane still on that bottom side. You do not want to be there here at Salem Speedway as everyone gets through. Once again, Connor Popplewell still on top. Chuck Barnes Jr. all over the back bumper. Chuck Barnes gets a run outside turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. 2-car battle for the number 1 spot. Everyone else makes it through. Now 4 laps up on the Salem Speedway scoreboard here as everyone gets through. Chuck Barnes Jr. all over the back bumper. You can see it right there on Racing America and Track TV. Chuck Barnes Jr., one of the fastest street stocks here at Salem Speedway, knows how to get around here each and every time he races. If your last name's Barnes, it's pretty much guaranteed you're going to be good at Salem Speedway. But it's very hard to make that inside line work. It's the preferred group to the high side. It's what works around Salem Speedway. 5 laps down, 70 laps to go. A long way to go here at Salem Speedway. You got to think about tire saving. Are these front runners right now using a lot of these tires right now on the Great American Stocks and CRA Street Stock cars? That is to be seen. You can see it in the double box right now as on your left-hand side, you have a great battle between Brett Hudson. As Brett Hudson right now running in that 3rd spot. And on your right, you have the battle for the number 1 spot. You have Connor Popplewell and Chuck Barnes Jr. Chuck Barnes still committed to the inside as David Powell going to be your first car going a lap down. Everyone all over Salem Speedway. 8 laps now up on the Salem Speedway scoreboard as David Powell stays to the bottom of the track out of the way. Here comes Brett Hudson now. Brett Hudson running a gain of steam behind Chuck Barnes Jr. right now in the 00. Don't forget, he was your overall fastest qualifier. The invert pushed him back a little bit, but he is now the new track record holder here at Salem Speedway. Clean and green so far. 9 laps up on the board. Coming to 10 laps going to be complete next time by. It'll be 65 laps to go next time. This is round 2 of the King of the High Bank Series between Bristol Motor Speedway, us, and of course the grand finale, the Winchester Speedway. Connor Popplewell now puts a little bit of distance between him and 2nd place, Chuck Barnes Jr. Looking on back through the pack, you have a good battle shaping up as Tyler Nicely, that is the battle for 7th right now. Tyler Nicely, the dirt car modified standout. Yes, that is the same Tyler Nicely. If you're watching this and you follow dirt racing as well, Tyler Nicely out there in that beautiful number 25 Chevrolet. So good battle for 2nd right now as Brett Hudson tries to reel in Chuck Barnes Jr. 11 laps now up on the Salem Speedway scoreboard here around the over half mile. There you see the battle for the number 2 spot, Chuck Barnes Jr. and Brett Hudson. Everyone else now single file. This is kind of the way for the Great American Stock Series around Salem Speedway. A lot of strategy here at this track has to come in play. But there you see the battle between two competitors who know each other very well, and that's Chuck Barnes Jr. and Brett Hudson's number 00. And problems for Cody Hobart's number 18 and Craig Luther's number 48. And that's going to bring us to the first caution flag at lap number 13. And you saw it, just Cody Hobart kind of losing it over in turns number 2 in that number 18 machine. So that is going to be the first caution flag. So two drivers battling for the number 2 spot that know each other very well, Chuck Barnes Jr. and Brett Hudson's 00 from the Owensboro, Kentucky native. So Connor Popplewell, the Red Ball and Recycling Power Plant machine out there in the number 19, finds himself P1 right now, looking for one of the biggest street stock wins of that young man's career. So here comes David Powell, the number 17 to PNC Pit Road. David Powell going to go into his pit. Don't know if he's going to return or come down to a stop or make any adjustments or anything in the number 17 machine. Now we do utilize the choose rule. You can see the orange arrow painted down just past the start-finish line. Once they get the word to choose on the one-way receiver, one-way communication to the drivers, that race control in the tower talking to these drivers gives them the signal. They will choose high or low. We all know the high side is, of course, the preferred groove here at Salem Speedway. Kobe Lane's number 73, and there is Cody Hobart's number 18 machine. Doesn't look like too much damage sustained on that Chevrolet, as he's down there with the crew working on that number 18 now. So they're going to wave on the number 18. It looks like he is fine to rejoin, as I believe he killed the engine on that 18. There he goes, refired. He'll join the tail end of the group out here at Salem Speedway. So Connor Popplewell, Chuck Barnes Jr., and Brett Hudson, your top 3. Jess Stith and Dave Baines. Dave Baines picked up race number 1 in 2024. And there is your reigning, defending CRA Street Stock track champion, Dalton Connors, number 20, and the Dirt Car Modified champion standout, Tyler Nicely, in that number 25 from right down the road at Owensboro, Kentucky. Austin Baum's number 74 doing a great job as well. Like we talked about on the broadcast, a lot of these drivers talked about today, it is going to be a tire-saving game. 75 laps and over half mile here at Salem Speedway. Going to be a lot on these tires, so that's going to be the kid. So the word from race control, this time by, they will get the 2-to-go signal, and they will choose this time by. So they're either going to stay low or high. Now this helps the guys through the back. A lot of those are going to choose the inside just to gain traction, because a lot of guys up front are more than likely going to choose the high side. But hey, Chuck Barnes Jr. is not scared. He'll choose the inside. Dave Baines going to follow suit. So that's a very interesting mark. Now here's what I'm watching. Was that a good move by Chuck Barnes Jr., giving the next row Brett Hudson the high side? So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Is Brett Hudson going to capitalize being the second row high side that now Chuck Barnes Jr. took the inside? So we're going to find out here momentarily. 1 to go at the line. Lights will be out on the pace truck. One to go at the line from Barry Smidley up the top of the flag stand. As Cody Hobart's going to rejoin, he's going to come off PNC Pit Road. 1 to go signal, lights will be out around the speedway. Getting ready for the first restart at the Donnie Mingus restart zone. "13 laps of the 75 in the books so far here at Salem Speedway. Pace truck picks up speed. Connor Popplewell, Chuck Barnes Jr. How is Brett Hudson going to act being the first car in the second row on the high side? Dave Baines, your last time out winner on the inside second row. The Donnie Mingus restart zone's going to roar to life, race fans, for the first restart here tonight at Salem Speedway, and they roar to life. Connor Popplewell on the high side. Here's Chuck Barnes Jr. on the inside. Brett Hudson, now he's committed to the high side. And drifts up the track just a little bit. Chuck Barnes Jr. going to be able to get in line for that number 2 spot. One, 2, and 3 still just like moments ago. Dave Baines in that 4th spot. Dalton Connor on the high side of Austin Baum regains the number 6 spot. As 15 laps upon the Salem Speedway scoreboard now. All single file till you get way back in the pack. And there's Andrew Teepee on the inside of Chuck Barnes Sr. back there battling for that position. But now most of your top 10, they're battling in single file formation, exiting turns number 4. So 3-car battle up front. Connor Popplewell still out front of the number 19 machine. Chuck Barnes Jr. and Brett Hudson, your top 3. Dave Baines 4th, Jess Stitt 5th. Dalton Connor 6th, Austin Baum 7th. Tyler Nicely, Brian Barrett, Kyle Hadley back there in the number 12 machine. Kyle Hadley, of course, inside of the top 10 now. Looking on back from there, Lane, Trent Bear, Blaine Aiken, Chuck Barnes Sr., and Andrew Teepee, your top 15. Once again, Connor Popplewell puts a little bit of distance between himself and Chuck Barnes Jr. heading off down the back straightaway. Chuck Barnes Jr. did not have the run he wanted in the modifieds a little bit earlier on tonight. He wants to capitalize on a good finish here in the street stocks. "19 laps upon the board for the number 19. Craig Luther trying to make a late race pass here. Top 10 cars have broken away from the rest of the field. Still Connor Popplewell. You got to think about these tires. Once you get over to the halfway point, tires going to be more of a talking point. As you have to think that's what some of the fast runners are doing, including Chuck Barnes Sr. back there. Sitting in 14th spot right now here on the track with 21 laps upon the board. So there you see the top 3 on your SalemSpeedway.tv. For all of you watching at home, we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us for the broadcast tonight. We hope you are enjoying it like we are here at Salem Speedway. There is Dalton Connor on the broadcast. You can see that number 20. He is your defending street stock champion and comes in tonight the street stock leader in the CRA series. Trying to go back-to-back right now. As there you see the double screen. So top 10 cars all pulling away. A scraggle for the 11th spot. As Craig Luther may have a tire going down on the number 48. Craig Luther is going to pull down the PNC pit road. So yes, indeed, Craig Luther right rear flat on that number 48. He comes down PNC pit road. So tough break for that 48 team. They'll go to work down there on PNC pit road. They'll get that car all jacked up and change that right rear tire for Craig Luther's number 48. Battle getting hot up front again. Chuck Barnes Jr. trying to reel in the number 19 of Connor Popplewell. 25 laps complete, now 50 laps to go. Lane in that 21 may have a problem. That is Jeff Lane in that 21. He has slowed down the back straightaway, and he's going to come down PNC pit road. So a lot of drivers starting to fall off right now as we approach not even a quarter of way through. Craig Luther's 48 is going to rejoin. He'll come off PNC pit road and make his way around to the back straightaway. So Jeff Lane's going to bring that 21 down PNC pit road now. So here is the battle for the lead right now. Connor Popplewell still on the high side, has the preferred group. Chet Barnes Jr. right behind him, and Brett Hudson still your top 3 as Craig Luther in danger of going yet another lap down. "28 laps down, and now Craig Luther sees the field going by him, and that number 48 Mount Washington, Kentucky driver. Everyone else spread out around Salem Speedway. Long green flag runs right now. 1 caution flag so far with number 18 of Cody Hobart. Once again, Connor Popplewell showing some good speed, pulls just a little bit more away from that number 44, Chet Barnes Jr. trying to hold off a charging Brett Hudson in that number 00. We're going to start talking about tire fall off here momentarily as 30 laps up on the board. 45 laps to go. So looking on back through the field right now, we haven't really talked about Brian Bear much. Brian Bear now in that 10th spot in the number 99 machine. Kyle Hadley back to the 11th spot. 12, Chuck Barnes Sr., 13th, Blaine Aiken, Trent Bear, 14th, and Jeff Caudill in the top 15 now. The gap from 15th all the way up to your leaders is about 3.5 seconds from 15th to 1st right now. Looking at the gap in lap times. Big caution flag, big wreck exiting turns number 4 in between 3 and 4, claiming a lot of top talent. Austin Baum involved, Trent Bear down there involved in as well. I believe Kyle Hadley was involved in that as well. And Kyle Hadley has a lot of front end damage on that number 12 machine. As you see, Trent Bear does not look like he sustained a lot of damage. He'll go down pit road to the attention of his crew. And looks like actually all cars beginning to move. Tyler Nicely's 25 was involved. He'll go to his crew, and you see who got the most damage. Kyle Hadley's number 12 car going down PNC pit road right now. A tore up front end on that number 12 machine. So as bad as it was, it doesn't look like too much carnage left behind. And we see the replay, and Brian Bear got some of that as well looking at the replay. And everyone kind of scrambled. So looking at it, just Tyler Nicely and Austin Baum come together, and that starts the chain. And that's going to bring bird's eye bullet Brian Bear into it, and Kyle Hadley had nowhere to go and runs right into the number 23 of Trent Bear. So that is the issue, and that is the caution flag for the second caution flag of the day. Actually, excuse me there, Kyle Hadley ran into the back of Tyler Nicely in that number 25. So looking at the replay, everyone at home gets a good look at that. So tough break for those drivers right there, but the good news is, looks like a lot of that is fixable. Even Kyle Hadley's car, if they take the front end off of that car, looks like it is salvageable. Don't know exactly the internal damage that number 12 sustained there. But that was the replay we saw, and you can see down there at TV a close-up, everyone going to work on that number 12, the Amsoil MR Heating and Air number 12 of Kyle Hadley right now, looking at the damage survey in that right now currently. Mike Sharp down on PNC pit road as well in the number 4 car. Tyler Nicely still on pit road in that number 25. Mike Sharp's going to bring that number 4 out, so a lot of top contenders involved in that second caution flag for the incident over in turns number 4. Cody Hobart, here comes Justin Pirtle. Now we talk about it, the drivers were worried about tires. How much of these Hoosier tires going to fall off as we get more into this race? Now we got cooler race temp in the track today, so that'll make a difference. But they're actually going to take the hood off of Justin Pirtle's number 77 and look and make an adjustment. So they're going to go on and send Justin Pirtle back out in the number 77 machine. He gets off pit road. And now looking at Tyler Nicely is out of the car, and that's going to end Tyler Nicely's day. So tough break for that driver in that number 25 machine. So that's going to end his night here at Salem Speedway. Tough night for the number 25 team. So looking at the leaderboard, the top 5 has pretty much stayed the same here in the middle of this race. The 19 of Connor Popplewell still out front. Chuck Barnes Jr. in that second spot. Brett Hudson's 00. Dave Baines, first-time out winner in that number 32 in the 94 machine of Jess Stith, which was your pole sitter here today. And now Alex Ware on pit road, and that crew there loosening the hood pins, and that's not a good sign. So don't know exactly what's going on with Alex Ware's number 38 machine, but believe they're going to send him back out, so possibly. And they're going to get him push started. So the 38 of Alex Ware are going to rejoin the field here momentarily. Trent Bear still on pit road in that number 23 machine for the St. Anthony, Indiana driver, and I believe Trent is out of the car. Yes, I do see him on the broadcast here. Tough break for Trent Bear, just in disgust right now, taking off his race suit there, and that's never a good sign. So Trent Bear officially out of the race here tonight as well. So lap 32, claiming a lot of good drivers out here. Once again, of course, we want to thank all of you great fans for coming out tonight, supporting the second race in the King of the High Bank Series between the Vors Compact Touring Series, powered by Mercer County Electric, and the Midwest Modified Tour. And, of course, the CRA and Great American Stocks presented by Diesel Boys LLC Street Stock Challenge, brought to you by United Mechanical for the 75-lap challenge here tonight. We can't do what we do. Once again, we can't say it enough. We truly mean that, to be here each and every time. Without our great marketing partners in 2024, it would not be possible. Cody Hobart once again down on PNC Pit Road in the number 18 Hobart Chevrolet machine. Tough break for that young man. Of course, debuted that new wrap at the World of Wheels Car Show. Of course, as a lot of these cars did in Louisville, Kentucky at Freedom Hall over the winter. Don't forget, race fans, a big night of racing coming up here on Saturday night, July the 27th. It is the ARCA Menard Series back here at Salem Speedway. This time under the lights instead of a fall race. So the ARCA Menard Series returns to Salem Speedway on Saturday night, July the 27th, as well as the Great American Stock Cars presented by Diesel Boys. That will be on Saturday night, July the 27th. As you can see on the broadcast, they haven't painted it yet, but it will be the 110th, yes, 110th ARCA Menard Series race. Pretty impressive here at Salem Speedway. Of course, we talk about the history at Salem Speedway. Opened in 1947, celebrating 78 years. And a lot of tracks. Of course, Indiana holds the record. I don't know if you knew this or not, but yes, Indiana holds the record for the most short tracks in a square mile. So there you go. Put that on your bucket list, as much of the racing area happened after the World War. In 1947, Sportstrom Speedway opened up in 1947. We opened up in 1947. Winchester Speedway, of course. And, of course, Bloomington Speedway celebrating their 101st year. 101 years at Bloomington Speedway. So pretty impressive in the state of Indiana for short track racing to continue. And, of course, we all know what the oldest track in America is, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, of course, home of the Indy 500s. So proud to be an Indianian here in the world of 2024 short track racing. So, making a final check around the racetrack to make sure everything is good to go after the second caution flag of this 75 lap for the incident over in turns number 4. "32 laps complete. Connor Popwell still out front of the number 19 machine. Two to go and choose this time by. Two to go and choose. This should be good. Chet Barnes Jr. once again going to choose the inside. Brett Hudson high side. Dave Baines inside and Jet Stith high side. So that is your top 5 choose. So now this will be interesting. How do you be aggressive? How aggressive are you going to be if you're Brett Hudson this time or Dave Baines on the inside second row? We're going to find out. 1 to go next time by. Blaine Aiken making a good charge to the front. The bird's eye bullet, Brian Bear, after that little incident. Looks like he is going to be able to continue. Talked to Brian earlier on today. Looking forward to getting out here tonight. Now, don't count out that number 5, Chet Barnes Sr. working his way back up as well. A lot of these drivers trying to save these Hoosier Racing tires, especially when you get to that halfway point. Heath Helton, your defending champion, do not count out. We haven't talked about Heath Helton much. Did not have the speed in qualifying like he wanted, but you never count out that number 16 crew. Lights are out around the Speedway. Race fans, the Donnie Mingus restart zone set to go in turns number 4, where the incident occurred that brought out the caution flag. Eddie Gilstrap Motors Pace Vehicle picks up speed once again. The second restart of the night under the lights here at Salem Speedway. Connor Popwell, Chet Barnes Jr. set to bring us to the green flag outside turn number 4. And race fans, we are back underway. Down into turns 1 and 2. They all make it through. Here comes Dave Baines. Here comes Chuck Barnes Jr. He has a half a car length advantage going down the back straightaway. Oh, big problems. Dave Baines, Jet Stith get together. And now Austin Baum goes up. Almost tags Marcus Elliott. He gets by, and another caution flag. And tough break yet again as Dave Baines and Jeff Stith make contact, causing the delay, kind of what we saw, and Austin Baum ends up in the same place that brought out the previous caution flag. So going to restack them here momentarily. Dave Baines down there on PNC Pit Road. Surveying the damage on your first time out winner. So a lot of heavy hitters going out early in this one. As you can see, Kyle Hadley down there on PNC Pit Road. He is out of the race because of the moment ago incident. Austin Baum in the MR Heating and Air Bombs Racing Supply. El Tarasco, number 74, back down PNC Pit Road. There's Justice number 94 machine, started on the Poe here tonight. Craig Luther going to bring the number 48 back out track side. Keep Keep an eye on that number 44. Chuck Barnes Jr. had a run, had a half a car length advantage to Connor Popwell's number 19, entering turns number 3 before the caution flag. So Chuck Barnes Jr. coming on strong here with 32 laps upon the board. So Austin Baum, Dave Baines, and Jess Stith make it back out to the racetrack. So now working his way up to the number 4 spot is your defending CRA track champion, Dalton Connor's number 20 now. So Dalton Connor coming on with the head of steam right now in that number 20 machine. And Brian Bear, look at the bird's eye bullet. Don't count out the number 99 team. Coming to 2 to go and choose this time by. Going to choose this time by CRA Street Stocks Great American Stock Challenge here tonight, presented by United Mechanical. Same thing we saw just a moment ago. Now Dalton Connor is going to have the inside, but now Brian Bear, the 3rd car in line on the high side. Next time by, going to be 1 to go, but inside that 3rd row, don't count out. There he is, the veteran himself, Chuck Barnes Sr. Heath Helton working his way up to the number 7 spot. Coming to 1 to go this time by. Lights are out once again on the Eddie Gilstrap Motors Pace vehicle with the field in tow, getting ready for the 3rd restart. First caution for Cody Hobart's number 18. Second caution for a collision with multiple cars over in turns number 4. And the 3rd caution being brought out with Jess Stith, Dave Baines getting to collect it and take out a lot more of the field. So here we go, down the back straightaway. Coming to the green this time by 32 laps of the 75 laps completed. Getting ready and set, Connor Popwell set to bring us to the green flag. Cars begin to pick up speed at the Donnie Mingus restart zone, and we are back underway. Now here comes Brett Hudson, but good run off turn number 2 for Chuck Barnes Jr. as he's trying to drag race into turns number 3. Still on the high side. Connor Popwell committed. Chuck Barnes gets a little bit loose. Side by side outside turn number 4. Still going to be Connor Popwell. Here comes Brett Hudson's 00 now to the high side. Now Brett Hudson going to take over the number 2 spot. Chuck Barnes Jr. will slide up into 3rd. 34 laps upon the Salem Speedway scoreboard. And now Brett Hudson's going to try to get a run. He's got the high side. He'll go to the number 1 spot here momentarily. Your overall fastest qualifier, new track record holder, is in P1 now. So now Brett Hudson in familiar territory here at Salem Speedway. Connor Popwell in the number 2 spot, Chuck Barnes Jr. 3rd, Brian Bear 4th, and Dalton Connor in that number 5 spot. Everyone else spread out throughout the field right now. Down the back straightaway, they yet to go. Brett Hudson, Connor Popwell, and Chuck Barnes Jr. There you see on your screen, number 31 machine. Leading the next group, that is Wayne Edwards. Wayne Edwards, 31. Chuck Barnes Sr. right behind him. Coming down the front straightaway. Next time by, going to be the halfway signal. Halfway, next time by. So they go down to turns 1 and 2, exiting turns 2. Here comes Heath Helton on the inside of number 31, Wayne Edwards. That is the battle for 8th. He will have that position momentarily. Yes, he will. You can see it on the left hand of your screen right now. The right hand of your screen, there's Dalton Connor trying to get by Brian Bear. That is for the number 3 spot. Everyone else working around Salem Speedway here. Brett Hudson now. 40 laps up on the board. 35 laps to go. Top 7 cars all separated. And caution flag coming out for an incident over in turns number 2. And I believe that may be Craig Luther, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is the number 48 of Craig Luther. Big damage on that number 48 team. Tough break again for the number 48 crew from Mount Washington, Kentucky. Brings out our 4th caution flag at lap number 40. So new leader, Brett Hudson in the 00 machine, and the number 19 of Connor Popplewell goes back to the number 2 spot. Chuck Barnes Jr. in that 3rd position. The Bird's Eye Bullet, Brian Bear in 4th, and Dalton Connor in the number 20 goes 5th. That's your top 5 with 40 laps on the board, with 35 laps to go to make it a 75-lap official here tonight for this challenge presented by United Mechanical. Two to go and choose this time by. 2 to go and choose. Going to be the call from race control. The Impact Rescue Safety Team here at Salem Speedway doing a phenomenal job as always, being prompt and cleaning up that incident over in turns number 2. So here is the line of the choose roll. So now Brett Hudson and Connor Popplewell, your 1st and 2nd place car, going to choose the high side. Well, your 3rd place car is doing the same thing he's done every restart. He's chosen the inside. So that is the benefit of the choose roll. No matter what short track you go to, it's all over basically now. Some tracks do not do it, but most tracks now utilize the choose roll. So next time by, going to get the 1 to go signal. 40 laps on the board, 35 left remain here tonight. Looks like David Powell, the number 17, going to rejoin the field as well. Just trying to get some laps on that number 17. Looks like they're going to wave off that start. They're going to put the yellow flag back out. Looks like a piece of exhaust pipe out on the racetrack, so that is the reason for the caution flag. We're getting the word from race control. Believe that was from the number 48 of Craig Luther, as that team down there surveying the damage of the rear end of that number 48. Once again, we want to thank everyone for purchasing this event tonight on Racing America TV and Track TV and Salem Speedway.tv. We're proud to have each and every one of you tuned in to the historic Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. As you can see right there in the top right corner of your TV set, yellow flag out, 35 laps to go. This is the King of the High Banks round number 2. Round number 3 is going to be your conclusion. That's going to take place on Monday. Yes, you heard that right. Monday, September 2nd at the Winchester Speedway for the Labor Day program there. Hope you all can join us there. That's going to take place up there at, of course, our sister track, the Winchester Speedway. Historic in their own right, the most high-banked short track in America. This time, they're going to put the signal out to choose this time, I believe. The word from race control. Thank you, race fans, for your patience, for the cleanup efforts to locate that exhaust. One to go this time, as they're going to say, well, they already chose, so here we go. Going to go 1 to green at the line. Eddie Gilstrap Motorspace vehicle turns the lights off. Lights are out around the Wayland safety lights around the speedway, getting ready for the restart. 35-lap shootout. It's going to be a good one. Top street stock competitors in the nation. Would put any of these guys up against any street stock in the nation. Getting ready for the restart at the Donnie Mingus restart zone. Down in turns number 4, pace truck picks up speed. Once again, we'll make the hard left-hand turn into PNC Pit Road. Brett Hudson set to bring us to the restart, and we are back underway. Down into turns 1 and 2. Good start. Brett Hudson's going to take the fray outside turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Chet Barnes Jr. in the number 2 spot. 3 wide towards the back of the pack as you see Austin Baum trying to make up ground where he can get it. As they all exit turns number 4 right now. 34 laps to go. Still Brett Hudson, Chet Barnes Jr., Connor Popwell, your top 3. 3 wide, here comes Austin Baum to the back of the pack. He's under Jeff Caudill, and he overtakes that. Austin Baum trying to make the low side work here to make up ground. Dave Baines in that 32 still stuck back there, but now we direct our attention back up front as Connor Popwell trying to hold off a charging Dalton Connor for the 3rd spot. Brian Bear in that 99 right behind him. 43 laps up on the board. Here comes Dalton Connor. He tries to get a run to the inside of Connor Popwell's number 19. And Connor Popwell falling back just a little bit, and that's going to allow the number 20 of Dalton Connor to take over the number 3 spot. And now Connor Popplewell going to come down PNC Pit Road. And that's going to do his chances in to get a win here tonight. So Connor Popplewell going to go maybe multiple laps down here momentarily. And Connor Popplewell not moving with urgency. Don't know if something terminal on that number 19 or not. But tough break for that kiddo here tonight at Salem Speedway. So up front, we direct our attention back to your leader, Brett Hudson's 00, trying to hold off Chuck Barnes Jr., who has reeled him in yet again after the number 19 has fallen off. And now Connor Popplewell out of the race, going to allow Dalton Connor to be in that number 3 spot. Brian Bear in 4th, Andrew Teepee, good run. Big problems for Paul Hartledge and Chuck Barnes Sr. as big incident over in turns number, and Dave Baines involved in turns number 3 and 4. Big damage on the number 5 of Chuck Barnes Sr. And there you see all up in sparks, and Dave Baines as well in the 32, and Paul Hartledge involved in the number 181, stopped over in turns number 3. Big incident. We'll have to get a replay on that and what occurred as it all started over in turns number 3. Started in turns 3, and Chuck Barnes Sr. parked at the bottom of turns number 1 right now. Tough break for those drivers. And yes, we did see the replay. What had happened is Chuck Barnes Sr. got into the wall and bounced off the wall and collected Paul Hartledge in that number 81. So just a racing deal there as Chuck Barnes Sr. got in the wall and came right off into Paul Hartledge's number 181. So tough break for those drivers. Dave Baines had nowhere to go. So problems for Chuck Barnes Sr. bouncing off the outside retaining wall into the 181 of Paul Hartledge. So yet another caution flag. Crew going to work out, as you can see there on the replay at home watching, Chuck Barnes Sr. all mangled in that number 5 Gilbert and Mitchell machine and Barnes Auto Racing Salvage Extreme number 5 machine. So the number 32, tough break for Dave Baines, just not his night either, collected in 2 incidents. And Paul Hartledge, the rookie in the division, no fault of his own in that 181, and that's going to be the caution flag. Going to see our first red flag of the night here in the Great American Stocks for track cleanup. With 46 laps upon the board. 4 laps shy of just having 25 laps to go. Going to take a little bit of a break, play some music here, race fans, give our voice a little bit of a break. Going to be a shootout coming on back here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. If you're at home, grab you something cold to drink, take a restroom break. You're not want to miss this ending of the Great American Stock Street Stock Challenge for the CRA. If you're here in attendance, great time to go to the restroom and grab you something cold to drink. We'll be right back with the conclusion here tonight at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Red flag has been lifted. Yellow flag back out on the speedway. Cars begin to fire and follow the Eddie Gilstrap Motor Space vehicle for the incident that Chuck Barnes Sr. bounced off the wall. No fault of anyone, just a racing deal out there. Tough break for the 181 of Paul Hartledge. Rookie season in the Great American Stock Series. And, of course, Dave Baines just cannot get that monkey off his back this weekend. Already 1 win on the year in 2024 for Dave Baines and the number 32 machine. Right now, it's been the class of the field. It's been Hudson, Chet Barnes Jr., and Dalton Connor, your top three. Brian Bear and Andrew Teepee, the Indianapolis native. Great run by the number 84 team. Great to see him in the top 5. 46 laps of the 75 complete. Looks like Dave Baines is in line back there on the PNC pit road, ready to rejoin the field, as well as Swan's number 67. I believe that is a 97, my apologies. So 46 laps in the books. Getting ready and set for yet another restart coming up here momentarily. Once again, the third round coming up at Winchester Speedway on September the 2nd. Don't forget, mark your calendars between the Midwest Modifieds Tour, the Vors Compact Touring Series powered by Mercer County Electric, and the Great American Stocks CRA Challenge here tonight. But it will be the CRA Championship Racing Association final at Winchester. One to go at the line. The lights are out on the Eddie Gilstrap Motor Space vehicle. We're getting ready for yet another restart at the Donnie Mingus restart zone down in turns number 4. Brett Hudson, your new track record holder, and Chuck Barnes Jr. up on the front row. Your 2023 CRA Street Stock Track Champion and Street Stock points leader coming into tonight. Your top 3, the Bird's Eye Bullet Brian Bear, Andrew Teepee, and Heath Helton's number 16. Getting ready for the restart down in turns number 4. We are back underway. Brett Hudson, good start on the high side. Chuck Barnes Jr. tries to get a run down the back straightaway. Here we go. Here comes Dalton Connors, number 20 to the high side of Brian Bears, number 99. They go into turns number 3. Dalton Connor has the position. Blaine Aiken gets a little bit into the turn 3 and 4 wall. Down the front straightaway we go. 47 laps up on the board. Now Andrew Teepee has the preferred groove on the high side, trying to pass Brian Bear for the number 4 spot. Down in turns 3 and 4, outside turn number 4, it is still Brett Hudson leading the fray right now with 48 laps up on the Salem Speedway scoreboard. Andrew Teepee now gets by the top 5. Here comes Brian Bear to the inside. Just outside of the top 5 is Heath Helton in that number 16 machine. Mike Sharp back down in the number 4 machine, just trying to gain some laps here at Salem Speedway. Everyone pretty much single file right now around the racing surface. As now only 25 laps to go. Now Brian Bear gets in front of Andrew Teepee for the number 4 spot. Brian Bear gets a little bit loose. Going to allow Andrew Teepee in the number 84 to pass him for that position yet again. Good battle for the number 4 spot. Now Brian Bear all over the back bumper of Andrew Teepee. 3 wide outside turn number 4. Right now here comes Heath Helton. Heath Helton now gets under. He slides up into the front of Brian Bear. Here comes Heath Helton's number 16 down the back straightaway. He's into the top 5. What a battle back there for the positions. As now Blaine Aiken has worked his way up, but Andrew Teepee now 4th. Heath Helton in that number 5 spot. So right now, top 3 cars break away from your 4th place car. Andrew Teepee's number 84. Right now as they all go down the front straightaway. Hudson, Barnes Jr., and Dalton Connor, your top 3. $54 laps up on the board. Next time by, going to be a 20-lap shootout on a Saturday night here at Salem Speedway. The best street stock competitors in the nation here tonight. CRA and Great American Stocks seeing Brett Hudson all out front right now in front of Chuck Barnes Jr. Down the back straightaway once again they go. Still Brett Hudson. Now you see the battle really on the track is for that number 3 spot. Or excuse me, number 4 spot. Andrew Teepee has it right now. Heath Hilton, the 2023 Great American Stock Champion, all over the back bumper of the number 84 Indianapolis, Indiana driver. Here comes Heath Hilton all over the back bumper of the number 84, trying to do something with Andrew Teepee's number 84. Andrew having a great run, one of the best runs he's had here at Salem Speedway in past memory. "57 laps. It doesn't take long, winding down here on the high banks of historic Salem Speedway. Marcus Elliott, we have not talked about the 00 much tonight. He has worked his way up behind the 05 of Blaine Aiken. That is 8th spot. Austin Baum working his way back up. So 2 different classes of the field right now. Your top 3, Hudson Barnes Jr. and Dalton Connor, all breaking by. They are in their own category at this point in time. Next time by, going to be 15 laps to go here at Salem Speedway. Chuck Barnes Jr. has once again reeled in Brett Hudson's 00. Spread out around the track. Here we go down the back straightaway once more. Chuck Barnes Jr. gets a little bit loose. Now we talked about the Hoosier Racing tire. How is it going to be when we get towards the end of the race? A lot of drivers losing grip right now, it seems. They were all worried about it a little bit earlier on this afternoon. First to second, second to third, all spread out, equal car length distance. Brett Hudson, Chuck Barnes Jr., and Dalton Connor, your top 3. That battle is on the right hand of your screen now. You see Chuck Barnes Jr. right there on your screen. 62 laps upon the Salem Speedway scoreboard. Good battle. Here comes Marcus Elliott in that LRC number 00 machine. As he works his way back up through the field. That is for 8th. But now Blaine Aiken gets back in front. Here comes Austin Baum. Austin Baum, 74, trying to work his way back up through the field. So really, it looks like Brett Hudson extending that lead over Chuck Barnes Jr. now. You gotta believe or think that something with the Hoosier Racing tires on that number 44 going away. Heath Hilton now in that number 4 spot. Heath Hilton trying to make up ground as well, with only 10 laps to go here tonight. Brett Hudson trying to make it around Salem Speedway. New track record holder. What a weekend top off this would be for that young man in the 00 machine. Less than 10 laps to go, 67 laps upon the board of the 75 complete right now. The Fisher's Towing and Recovery Squad. Austin Baum now tries to go to the inside of the 00. Marcus Elliott tries to get a run down the back straightaway for that position. More cars coming down PNC Pit Road. Swan's number 97 machine and Justice number 94 going to bring it down PNC Pit Road. "69 laps now complete. 70 laps up on the board, 5 laps to go. So right now, 4 laps to go. .72 laps up on the board. Brett Hudson trying to make it around Salem Speedway. Brett Hudson being the class of the field all night long here at Salem Speedway. One more lap around Salem Speedway. Brett Hudson's going to do it here tonight. And that's how they're going to end up, race fans, tonight here at Salem Speedway. They'll go down in Red Ball and Recycling Victory Lane here tonight. And there he is, Brett Hudson, parks it in Victory Lane. Excuse me, guys, sorry. Brett Hudson, overall fastest time here tonight. And there he is, race fans, out of the car. Tonight's winner, Brett Hudson in Victory Lane here in Red Ball Recycling. Victory Lane, and we'll get a word with your winner and, of course, your top 5 here at Salem Speedway. Getting the congratulations from his crew. Getting a cold swig of H2O, getting a congratulations from Chuck Barnes Jr., of course. And Brett Hudson, we'll get in here. We'll get a word with Chucky here in a moment. Brett, congratulations, buddy. We talked about it. You in the modified, you coming out here, you said, man, we got a handle on the street stock all weekend long. Well, you come out with a blazing fast time, new track record holder here at Salem Speedway. Of course, your #1 supporters. Man, describe that race, caution breeding cautions, but man, you got it done here tonight.
Yeah, it feels good. I haven't won a race since 2022. That's a pretty long dry spell for me. I feel like I've run second. I don't know how many times. The last 3 years up here is just second. You know, the car was just perfect all weekend. We didn't change anything really. A few rounds of wedge here and there, and that was about it. It was dialed in tonight.
Well, no doubt, and that's hard to believe, Brett Hudson not being in Victory Lane for that long, but, man, you did it tonight. Your team's behind you, had a lot of supporters in your stands. Who would you like to thank on this beautiful 00?
Mom and Dad, first off. Hudson Machine Shop, Fisher's Key Stop Towing, Kelly Trucking, D&J Auto Parts, Spec Racing Engines, Kickstand Fab, Finney Racing Shocks, all my crew here, my wife. She puts up with me in the garage all the time. And all my family and friends that come out and support me.
Well, there he is, your winner tonight in the CRA and Great American Stock Street Stock Challenge 75. Brett Hudson parks it in victory lane. And we'll make our way down, and with, as he's up here at the fence, their second place finisher, Chuck Barnes Jr. Chucky, this has to be better than the modified turned out. We talked about it on the broadcast. Hell of a finish here tonight. You and Brett know each other very well in the street stock ranks. You've raced together many, many times. Man, second place finish getting you here in victory lane tonight. I know this one has to mean a lot.
Yeah, it was a good run for us. Obviously, we want to be one spot better, but got the Holbert family behind me, and Robert Holbert up there was watching over us, and we were just trying our heart out to get a win for him. And I love this family, and we put our heart and soul into these race cars, and we really needed to win tonight, but we're happy with a good finish, and we're lucky to be here.
Well, we've been thinking about the Holbert family, and I know I haven't got to talk to Scotty yet, but all the prayers and wishes have been with that family all week, as he was a legend, and of course, being in a top podium spot has to mean a lot to him, I'm sure, as that 44 team does. But who would you like to thank for getting you here in Red Ball and Recycling Victory Lane?
This family right here, everything they put into it, I'm just very, very lucky to be teamed up with them. We got some great sponsors, United Mechanical, Hall Brothers Trucking, Derby City Recycling, so just a lot of good people on our car.
Well, there he is, Chuck Barnes Jr. in a second place finish here tonight. And he's done talking. He's like, I'm done with that. We'll get Dalton Connor up here. Dalton Connor, third place run. That way we don't lose him on the microphone. It's doing pretty good. So we're going to have Dalton Connor come up here. He's been talking to me all week long, but Dalton, welcome to a podium spot. You look wore out. I'm sure you are, getting around here at Salem Speedway. Third place run. You're coming in tonight as the CRA Street Stock points leader. And, of course, you are the defending 2023 Street Stock champion in the CRA. To finish third behind these two gentlemen has to mean a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they're practically unbeatable here, I think. Every time I finish third here, it's between them two. So, I mean, congrats to Brett. Good run to Chucky. Hopefully next time's my turn.
Well, that is, of course, doing double duty. Of course, I called the race a couple weeks back, finished 7th in the Outlaw Figure 8 ranks now, so there's nothing you can't drive, it seems like. But who would you like to thank for getting you out here? I know all these people in red, they were out there cheering your name. Who would you like to thank?
My dad, Lyle Johnson, he helped a ton on the modified. We had nothing but problems with that thing, so him, Danny Akery, my mom, just everybody staying in that crowd over there. I mean, they all support me, so thanks to them.
Well, there he is. Give him a round of applause. Your points leader in the CRA, and, of course, your defending champion, Don Connor. And we'll go down to Mr. Heath Helton, and we'll get Andrew Teepee up here as well. So we'll get a word with the 4th and 5th place gentlemen here, two top contenders. Before we close out the night, we just don't want to lose them. That's why we're going to make them do some more work here and walk down here to us. Good to see the defending Great American Stock champion back with us here tonight after the first event. We saw, didn't really get to race in the first event, Heath, but welcome. I know 4th place, not happy at all with that, I understand, but good to see you back out here. You had a lot of support in the stands tonight, seeing everyone cheer for you, and it's great to see you back out here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Just give it to God. It's all Jesus Christ. Without him, that's impossible. So it's an old car. That's not the same car. And first time on the track was yesterday. It's been sitting in the garage for a long time. And a lot of fun. Got to pass a lot of cars. Didn't qualify very well, but it was fun.
Well, who would you like to thank on that 16?
Family, more than anything. H&R Agri-Power, Auto Truck Trailer, Fisher's Towing, who's here doing the kids' rides tonight. Bush Hog. Yeah, just it's everybody here at Salem, CRA. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Well, there he is, your 4th place finisher, Mr. Heath Helton, your defending champion of the Great American Stock Series. Now, Andrew Teepee, the Indianapolis, Indiana native. Good to see you have a good run here at Salem Speedway. I was telling him on the broadcast, it's been a long time coming. I don't remember the last time you had a good run here at Salem. With this amount of competition, 31 cars, you finished in 5th. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah, it was great. We started 21st and ended up 5th, so I'm pretty ecstatic about that, man. There, the first half, it was feeling great. And towards the end, it started to go away a little bit, but I just held on, and we got 5th. So.
Well, who would you like to thank for getting you 5th? I know you and I talked when you first came here in that beautiful pink and black wrap. You even had Paw Patrol on for your kiddos, but who would you like to thank on that grade 4?
First off, my mom, my dad, and without them, I wouldn't even be thinking. And my sister, my girlfriend, and my daughter for coming out and, supporting me every week and all the long hours in the garage. And then my sponsors, Peter's Auto Service, Big Hill Restoration, and just everybody that's helped out. Carl Clean Auto Sales, Stackhouse Construction, and I think pretty much it.
Well, there he is, Andrew Teepee, Indianapolis, Indiana Chevrolet native in that fifth spot. Race fans, from all of us here at Salem Speedway, the Bohannon family, Glenn Luckett Race Control, for all the other series that were here today, I'm Will Greenwell, and we'll see you here on June 22nd for the TLG, the Larson Group. Peterbilt of Louisville presents the semis on the high banks. Thank you and good night.